Is July 22nd, 2018, and you obviously probably will not know this because this is all behind the scenes stuff, but I made a video of when I checked into the Days Inn down here in San Diego. Actually, this area, I think it's called La Mesa, on El Cajon Boulevard. So I just wanted to document this because I was actually super impressed. I was here July 17th through July 22nd, if I remember correctly. We checked in on Monday, and then we're checking out now, which is Monday. Oh, so I'm sorry. So we're here till the 23rd. It is July 23rd, 2018, so I apologize. So you may or may not see the video that I did when I first got here because I'm trying to replace it with this one because I just wanted to give you an overall of how the whole experience went. Now, keep in mind, with all my gastroparesis and all that stuff that I have going on, any situation is a delicate situation. This is my first time being this far away from home and actually staying overnight. As just a couple of days before I started my work with Comic-Con, I was down here for San Diego Pride, so I drove down here just for the few hours and drove back, and that was very successful as far as me getting through it. And then obviously this has been successful. It was definitely very stressful and very difficult for me, but I made it through. But I just wanted to show you the most important thing with that, because I could go in on stories on what an experience it was, because the last time that I did work before my diagnosis was in 2016 at San Diego Comic-Con, and I actually spent each day in the urgent care, with my final day being in the emergency room, not being able to show up for work. So that was the end to my working, and now here we are in 2018, getting back into the swing of things and working. And so it was definitely an experience to come back to Comic-Con, where it all kind of began. So to be able to come back here and successfully make it through was definitely a big thing. But let's go ahead and look at the place that I stayed in, because I was very happy with it. It was the least expensive, considering I was looking for a place that looked like it had an updated sense to it and had a refrigerator and a microwave for me to be able to cook my meals and keep them around, and definitely have, a bed to be able to share. So let me show you. Again, I think it came out to be $150 a night. Which when you split it between two people is obviously $75 a night. And they did put a $75 deposit on my card, so hopefully we get that back. I didn't do anything to mess the place up, to suggest otherwise. But the front desk stuff was awesome. When I needed to add an additional night because I got some additional work, it was going to cost a lot more to do that up at the front desk than it did for me to do through Expedia, which is where I originally rented the room. So just keep that in mind. And obviously, if you plan ahead, I think I got this room like the week before. So it just goes to show you, you can obviously do better if you give yourself more time to plan all these things, but I didn't. But I'm very happy with what I got. So let me show you around and talk a little bit more about my experience here. It was pretty quiet, and it's still kind of quiet now. There were some situations where it was just sounded very loud with children or heavier people above us. And it was supposed to be pretty sold out here. But we were able to, there's a laundry room, there's a swimming pool that we did not use. And even when I needed to have something printed out for my email, they let me do it free of charge up at the front. So very, very gracious staff. The one thing that I did notice that I'd asked them about was the air conditioning in the bathroom. It looked a little bit dirty on the inside. It just looked like it needed to be cleaned. And they just said that there's an app that you can download to do that. And I just never got around to that. So let me show you the room. So it was a king size bed with a kitchen, which was awesome. So there's our messy bed because we're leaving right now. But you had, they gave you an alarm clock, which we didn't use because I'm not very trusting of that kind of stuff. There was a safe, and it looked like it takes 4 batteries. There were only 3 in there, and we couldn't get it to lock properly, so we just abandoned that whole idea. But you can see there's the hangers and the closet space there for 2. There's a mirror in here, and there's a TV in the bedroom as well, which is awesome. Now the outlet is super far away, so for like gaming purposes, I would have needed to have brought an extension cord, which I didn't, or it's closer in the one in the living room. So we ended up just setting up the Xbox One S in there, even though we ended up using the PS4 on site. So that's just a little bit of crazy. I think one of the things that I probably would have looked forward to, like, because I don't care about the views, like the fact that there's a business right there and it just happens to be an auto shop, like I don't care. But the fact that the fan and air conditioner are in the front room, because there's 2 rooms, which is super cool. But the flowing of the air, I would have preferred to have one in the bedroom and then one out there too, just because it's so hot out here. So in here, as you walk through the hall, you do have your full kitchen with a microwave, a enormous refrigerator and freezer, and then, you know, good thing I read the Expedia, because they had